Looks like everything's getting set up. Once I appear, let me know if you guys can see and hear me. Please. I'm gonna wait a minute before I give my usual introductions, my usual nervous introductions, may I say. You can't hear? Hello. Okay, so Delaney says she can't hear me. Is everybody else not hearing me? Oh, okay. You can hear? All right. That's good. Very good. Hi. It is me, Doki Door. You can call me Doki, you can call me Dory, whatever you like. Hello to everybody who is here so far. Yeah, I'm here. I felt like playing some more Higurashi today. I'm sorry that I did not get to stream last week. It was pretty busy. But I happen to have some free time this week, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to stream, like, more than once this week. That would be nice. That would be very nice. Let me say hello to everybody in my chat. Hello, Ferns. Hello, Katie the Bard. Hello, Carlos Moreno, Bitcoin Man, Delaney, Dio Ade, Aid. I apologize if I got that wrong. Johnny Jupiter, Shitsu, Pikachu George. Hello to everybody who is here. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I played Higurashi a couple weeks ago. I think it was maybe like a Thursday, not last week, but the week before, and I was really enjoying it. And I think I want to come back for more. And I'm sure there will probably be people that will pop in, be like, "Oh, did you give up on Court's Party?" And no, that's not the case. I will eventually get back to it. I usually like having Kurt on those streams, but he has his own streams he's working on right now, so if you guys don't mind me either playing alone or with him, like, let me know. But today I felt like playing Higurashi. Oh, I got it wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. But yeah, we've been expecting you. Yeah. I've decided that from now on, rather than just saying, like, these will be the days that I'll stream, just kind of like whenever I can. Hopefully it'll be more often this week, but yeah, thanks for joining me. Why don't we get right into the game, actually? Yeah, Higurashi. Oh yeah, and last time we played Higurashi, we got introduced to all of our characters. We have our main boy, who's us. His name is Keiichi. He moved from the city to this weird little village called Hinamizawa. And this also takes place in the early 80s, which I kind of skipped over last time, so I think that's kind of important to the story. And then there's also the girls. There is Reina, who is kind of our nervous girl next door friend. There is Mion, who is the oldest and kind of takes on the big sister role. There's Sadoko, who is our little British troublemaker with the tooth. And there is Rika, who is perfect and adorable, and I love her. Yeah. And so we learned a little bit about the village of Hinamizawa and the school, where everybody is kind of in one class. And where we left off, I think we promised Reina that we would go on a little, she wouldn't call it a date, but I'm calling it a date around Hinamizawa. So yeah, let's get started. Oh, thank you, Ferns. I like my hair too. I actually just got it cut, and I really like how it looks. And I got my Chiaki hoodie on today. If we have a crash, which could very likely happen, don't panic. I'll try to get it back up. But I've noticed that in many of my past streams, we have had issues with crashing in the past. So yeah, apologies if that ends up happening. I'll try my best to get it back up as quickly as possible. But let's hope that we get lucky today. All right, so let us load up the end. It says the end of chapter 1, but I'm wondering if that's just like the end of chapter 1 part 1, because it looks like there's plenty more. So let's boot it up. I hope y'all are having a nice Tuesday. Now, I don't know what these tips are. I'm just gonna look real quickly to see what they mean. Oh, is it just like a little art gallery? We're a mixed grade and we don't have a uniform. Okay, these are all things that we've learned in the past. So I'm guessing that these might be things that will, like, kind of come into play later. Do we rewatch the cutscene? Wait. Okay, if we do, then... Okay, I'm exiting out of this. Return... No, just return to main menu. Sorry if I'm a mess today. I'm always kind of a mess. Let's start that over. Yeah. Okay. I'm excited to get back to the voice acting in this. Antone Fullard, thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, already off to a good start. That was definitely the dorkiest thing that I have ever done. No, actually not. I've done some dorkier things. Okay, so we're gonna continue. I don't think we need to review those tips. We know that they're all in the same class because there's only one class because the village is tiny. And I guess it doesn't really matter if they wear uniforms because they all have a chance to, like, you know, get into college, and they all have a good chance in life. It's not really a strict, gotta follow the rules kind of school. So it's very not typical, just about everything in this town. But yeah, let's get back to it. I'm gonna be my normal, quiet voice to give you guys a little ASMR. Xander Phoenix, thank you so much for subscribing. Dory, you are a wonderful mess. Thank you so much, Bitcoin Man. I'm a beautiful mess, I guess. Oh, hello, Niece. How are you? Mr. Niece Guy is one of the past editors from Robot. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody say hello. All right. I took it a little too easy on the morning of my day off. I was totally late. Whoops. Hold on, I gotta move my mouse off screen. Today was the day Rena and Mion were going to show me around Hinamizawa. Oh yeah, Mion was coming too, I forgot. Oh, look at Rena's dress. This dress, anybody who has played or watched the anime for Higurashi will know that this dress is absolutely iconic. So, I'm sure there are a lot of you that are looking at it right now going like, oh, not this dress. But me, I'm like, yeah, this dress. Okay. Rena and Mion were already waiting at the meeting place. Kei-chan, you're late. Sorry. The show I was watching last night was really interesting. Blame that. Oh, so that's your excuse for being late and keeping two girls waiting. Mi-chan, you just got here yourself. Star. I don't know how to say star besides just... Well, I mean, I just said it, but I mean, like... You know. Why am I really bad with words today? I feel like people will watch me on Get in the Robot and be like, wow, she's so articulate, and then they see me try to talk in real life, and they're like, she doesn't know anything. Last night's episode of A Day in the Life of was interesting, wasn't it? She was just as guilty as me. Rena was carrying a pretty heavy-looking handbag. What is that? Mion answered my unspoken question with a wink. That's right. Rena really did make a picnic. Ooh. Oh yeah, Rena's the good cook. I remember in the last video, everybody stole her lunch. And it made me sad, but she's fine with it because she likes just seeing people eat her food. Kei-chan, after you left... Oh, whoops, that's Mion's line. Oh wait, no, it's Rena's line. I forgot she talks in the third person sometimes. Oh, Rena, we love you. Kei-chan, after you left, Rena pulled out all the stops. It's not like I forced her to do it. It was nothing, so don't worry about it, okay? She's been like this since last night, you know. Can you take responsibility for this? All right. I am a man, after all. I'll take responsibility. What's that supposed to mean? You saying women can't take responsibility? I always take responsibility for the stupid shit I've done in the past. Who are you, Keiichi Maibara? Oh? Responsibility? For what? What? As we both turned around slowly to look at Rena, our gazes drifted downwards to the massive handbag she was carrying. It didn't seem logically feasible that it would be entirely filled with lunchboxes. Except that this was the Rena we were talking about here. About 2 kilos, I guess? When Rena was picking it up, I could see she was struggling a bit. I say 5. You're exaggerating. Keiji-kun is a boy, after all. I thought he could probably eat a lot, so I made a lot. Okay, that is very true, I will say. I notice guys can eat, like, mountains and mountains of food and still be hungry after. I have a lot of guy friends who it's like, they'll eat, like, 2 servings, and then they'll see I haven't even finished, and I'm just like, yeah, you can have the rest, it's fine. Kurt's here! Hello! How are you doing? Oh yeah, I forgot that your stream was earlier today. Wait, aren't you supposed to be getting a new internet? I thought your internet was out, bitch. Whatever, everybody... Everybody go say hello to Kurt, my partner in crime. Ahaha! Let's get going! Heave! Ho! Just from the way she was lifting it up, I couldn't believe the only things in there were lunch boxes. Correction. I say 5 kilos too. I'm imagining he's lifting up the box right now. I'll help out, but all of it needs to be eaten. I won't forgive you if you make Rena sad. Got it? Alright, I'm gonna guess that was Mion's line, actually. I get confused about whose line is who, but I try to see, like, who's making an expression at what time, and figure it's probably them. Dory forgot how data works. Leave me alone. Kurt's so mean to me. Oh wait, I think I just skipped a line. Hold on, I'm going back to the log. Oh yeah, here it is. The only thing I could do at that moment was exercise a bit to make myself hungrier. Having finished with the pleasantries, we began our leisurely stroll. A carefree walk, bathed in the gentle morning sunlight. I couldn't have even imagined something so wholesome existed during my time in the city. These were the boonies, after all. I love that word, boonies. No slovenly desk jockeys trudging to work on weekends out here. It really was a nice place. Peaceful and quiet. As sparsely populated as the village was, you could still run into people just by walking around. Ah, good day. I'm gonna imagine that's a stranger. Oh, now everybody's having a conversation with Kurt in the comments. I love building a community. Good day. Oh, you would be Maibara-kun, I believe. My 2 companions exchanged greetings with everybody we ran across. All of these passerbys even knew my name. When did I become this famous? Hold on, I have to take a sip of water. I feel something in my throat. I had popcorn earlier, so it could very well be a kernel. Also, if you see my hands shaking, you know the answer. Early stream jitters. A Dory special. When did I become this famous? I ask myself that every day. Just kidding. We passed by 3 people, and when all 3 of them knew me, I started to feel a bit paranoid. It's a bit sad to say. Everyone knows everyone knows everyone since there's so few people in Hinamizawa. That honestly kind of sounds like your typical small town, because I'm from a small town, and like it's one of the, even though it's kind of not too far from the city, it's still one of those places where it's like everybody knows each other, so like one person's business is everybody's business. It's not fun. I'll say that. Other small town people I'm sure can relate. Is this visual novel an adaptation of the anime or the manga? I think the visual novel actually came first, Harvey, and then the anime is an adaptation of this. If that answers your question. So that means... Oh, Piano Man... Piano Man by Billy Joel has donated $5. Why did he do it? Why did who? Piano Man by Billy Joel. I'm calling out, that's Kurt. Anybody in his Discord would already know that. Well, thank you for the $5, not Kurt. And also, who's he? So that means when an unfamiliar face walks by, they automatically assume it's that Maibara fella who just moved here? Why is it? Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, that's how it works out. It was a process of elimination you can only pull off in a place like this, but it was quite effective. From now on, I'd better make sure to maintain a good reputation. The day I'm discovered accidentally gawking at a dirty magazine in the bookstore, I can expect all the villagers labeling me as a lech by the next day. Hinamizawa is not to be trifled with. Well, now we know what kind of person Keiichi is. That's not the end of this nightmare. Of course I know of them. The first person we met was old man Takezo from the Makino bike shop. His hobbies are bonsai and playing the flute. Next, we met the grocer's second son, Daisuke-kun. His hobby is sharpshooting, and he hopes to be an ace sniper in the future. I'm making her sound too snooty. And the person we just met was Mio-san, the nurse from the clinic. Her hobbies are birdwatching and photography. You know the names of everyone we pass by. And even their profiles? Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rena exchange looks and burst into laughter. Well, yeah. We're not like the city, where people hardly know their neighbors. Then let's try it out. You there. Who am I? Ahaha! You're Keiichi Maibara. Obviously. You say some mean things, but you're actually a kind, shy person. I'm guessing this is a stranger? And if that's the case, then like... That's creepy. Oh, why did he jump? You meant the frog! Sorry, the other night, Kurt and I were laughing over this video of like a frog. It's not even that funny. It's like a frog jumping over a ledge, and when it jumps, like the song Piano Man plays. And it's really sad because you know the frog probably didn't make it to the end, but the music is just timed so well, and I feel really sick looking at it. I don't actually like death in real life, just in my fiction. It's been 3 weeks since you transferred here. Your hobby is taking afternoon naps. Lately, you switched over to wearing boxer. Okay, that's a little too creepy. It's a little too personal, didn't you? But then again, these two make a lot of jokes about his dick. That's enough! That's enough! The boxers? And now you've made RENA-CHAN all flustered. Enough of that! Apparently, there's absolutely nothing you can keep hidden here. Hinamizawa was not a place to be trifled with. I'm guessing he's gonna say that a third time, because like, rule of threes. Film student terminology. This feels more like you guys are showing me off rather than showing me around. Yeah, it does feel a little exploitive, considering people know, like, everything about him here, and they're just kind of showing him off like a dog. That's right. We're parading around like this after all. Don't you all think so too? That Kei-chan is fitting right in here in Hinamizawa. The population in Hinamizawa is shrinking, so the villagers welcome anybody who's new here. I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of, "You're kidding me," but I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course, we were called out to again. Of course, we were called out to the same way. Oh my, good day. It's wonderful seeing you get along. Oh, that was a woman. Whoops. Well, I'm keeping your voice like that. Let me know if you guys like the voices. This lady here is Fujishima-san. Good day. Oh my, Maibara-kun. How wonderful for you, having a lovely girl on each arm. I've actually been starting to take accent lessons with the audiobook company I work with, and they're teaching us a British accent, kind of like a posh Dracula British accent, so this will be good practice for me. How are you? Although this is a bit exaggerated, maybe a little too posh. Getting used to life here? Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in the city, I responded with an emphatic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was. Good. As I looked back over to Rena and Mion, they gave me a wink. Oh wait, that may have been me. So now then. About time to have lunch? Oh, Rena. So now then. About time to have lunch? Maybe? Maybe? Rena's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other. Alright, she's saying, if you don't have lunch with me, then I'm gonna beat your asses. I'm a man. I'll do what I can. But it's just too much. It's fine, Kei-chan. Leave it to this old man. Mion has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I'd expect no less from the class representative. Rena, if we're going to eat, we might as well have somewhere to go with a good view. Dominic Davis, thank you so much for subscribing. Ooh, yes! A good idea! I agree! Rena nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. I love the music in this game. I know I've said it 1,000 times, but it's really solid. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared. Ooh. Let me reread that sentence. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. Yes, it wouldn't be an anime game without a scene at a shrine. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling. This here is the Furude Shrine. It's probably the place with the best view around. This place. Be sure to remember it. On our next break, a festival will be held here. Isn't it a bit too early in the season for a festival? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna do my best to pronounce this word. I think it's Watanagashi? Yeah, Watanagashi. The Watanagashi isn't a summer festival. Long ago, it used to be a celebration of the end of winter. Everybody remember this festival because it actually is very important. I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer. Oh, I want an option to date her. Look how adorable. I love that dress. If I could ever cosplay her, then I would so wear that dress. With that cute little hat. Such a sweetie. Now then, spread out the lunchboxes. In there. Various colored lunchboxes were placed one after the other on top of the plastic sheet. It sure did smell delicious. It was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all of this? Hey, Mion, it will take more than just a good view to get all this down, you know. Oh, Rika and Sadako. I didn't know they were coming too. Good afternoon. It was Rika-chan and Sadako. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This was their secret plan, to power in the numbers. You have my thanks, Mion. Sorry, I'm just vibing to this music. Following up when all the pieces are in my place is my specialty. I'm guessing this is Sadako, so here we go. Cockney time. We just had to come since there was such a commotion. What is the meaning of this? We decided last time that Sadako's gonna have a Cockney British accent. Take a look. It's time for lunch. Buffet style. Oh, good luck with your custom stand, Frankie Beale. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you later. A handmade... where was I? Take a look. It's time for lunch. Buffet style. A handmade gourmet meal by Rena. I can see that much, you ninny. Why even laid out a tarp on our property? The temple is public grounds. It's not yours. Kichi is right. This is everyone's property. Wow, Rika-chan is such a good girl. Have a seat. Eat with us. Only Rika, not Sadako. After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Sadako. Hold on 1 second. Where's my spot? No spot for you and nothing for you to eat. Don't worry, there's some for you too. None. I'll eat all of hers. Oh wait, that was me. None. I'll eat all of hers. I will not allow that. Rika! Here,
Chopsticks!
Both Sadako and I leapt at the boxes, having it out with each other. Man, really? Kei-chan, you're really good at leading people on. You might have a talent for this.
Have a plate. One for me-chan and Rika-chan, too.
Reina whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates. God, she's so waifu! She's perfect. If we don't hurry, it'll all be eaten up. That's right. Okay, wait, why does Rika look so sad? Shall we commence this battle? Who made Rika sad? I'll kill them.
Please, eat a lot. There's enough for everyone.
Reina said as she opened up a thermos. Just then, I realized that this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. It didn't change how much there was, but the implication behind it was different. Oh! She punched me. That's Reina's job, baby.
I will not allow you to have this hamburger.
What's that? British people don't pronounce their H's? Alright. I'll remember that from now on. So, hamburger. Hamburger. That reminds me of that scene. I think what was it? The Pink Panther movie where the guy kept going, hamburger. Oh god, that's a reference that shows how old I am. Whoops. Herc, using your elbows against the rules, Sadako.
Grabbing the back of my collar is also against the rules.
It was a tough battle. Blocking with her full momentum and an elbow in the opening moves, Sadako appeared to have the upper hand. But the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand. I have the high ground now, Anakin.
Ah! The last meatball!
Sadako Hojo has been bested. Nom! And that shows how old this game is because they're saying nom. Sadako and I amiably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Seeing that made Reina blush and breathe heavily in excitement. It was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Wait, what is she? What is she blushing to? Us fighting? Best waifu, but really interesting girl. Mion advised Reina to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. This is how our meals usually go. I do anything in my power. What an unconventional friend group. Just so things could stay like this. Oh look, Paige is in the chat. Hello Paige, how are you doing? Everybody say hello to Paige. I'm glad to be playing this game too. It's fun. And I want to get everybody prepared for the Higurashi anime coming out in October because boy am I excited for it. Sorry I'm whiling on this stream. I don't know what's going on with me today. The intense battle calmed. And finally, everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I should probably do my usual save spiel. Because you guys know me, I'm a compulsive saver, and this particular stream has like a tendency to crash every now and then. If it does crash, don't worry. I'll do my best to get it back up as quickly as possible, but it's something that has happened quite a few times on my stream. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh. I do wonder why there are so few words in Japanese to praise how something tastes. Isn't it because the idea of togetherness during a meal didn't begin until the modern era?
It seems that long ago, people ate in silence. It must have made the people preparing the food a bit sad, don't you think? It's probably because back then the people were busy while eating, and didn't have the time to complement the flavor.
That's just you.
But you know, just hearing that it's good makes me happy. That my effort was worth it, I mean.
She blushed a little as she said that.
It was delicious.
These two have the cutest casual outfits, I must say. I really like that green dress, too. I can definitely picture myself wearing something like that. It looks cuter on Rika, though. With absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Reina directly with praise. That's in quotations. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence. After Rena uttered an intelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. That's a reason why you guys should watch the anime along with reading the visual novel, because it's really cute to see like all these descriptions kind of come to life.
Oh! Rika-chan, I'm gonna take you home. No, I mean, thank you. It was really delicious.
Rena flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so you could almost hear it. Snowy the Bird, thank you so much for subscribing. Whose dress would you say that you like more, Rena's or Rika's? And anybody in chat can answer that too. Wait, a new trailer came out? Oh shit, I gotta watch it. Was there anything spooky in the trailer, or are they still trying to make it look like your typical slice of life anime?
To reward Rika-chan for her praise, ta-da! These are special.
2 apple rabbits. After sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them forward toward Rika-chan. Oh, I'm guessing she must mean like apples that she kind of cut into the shape of rabbits, like what some people do with hard-boiled eggs. It's so cute. After Rika accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way. Ooh, the music stopped. What's gonna happen? Oh, just Sadako being Sadako. What is it, Sadako? What's with that defiant look?
Has everybody prepared proper praise to receive apples from RENA-CHAN?
Don't push yourself. What kind of praise can you think up with your weak vocab?
Oh. Well then, allow me to show you.
After Sadako flashed me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice suddenly.
Hey. So...
Oh.
Hey. So, RENA-CHAN's lunch?
I'm trying to do the ooh-oo. I'm not going to be saying ooh-oo much on this stream. Sadako thought it was
yummy too.
Sadako looked up at her poutily while talking cutesy. What? How is that praise? That's not even persuasion by tears. That's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is a Rena's limited special skill. She blushed and her head spun, waving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Rena. This game is very well written, but sometimes I read some of these lines and I'm like, it feels like it was written by like somebody who spent a lot of time on DeviantArt growing up. Then again, this was made in like the early 2000s, so that might explain it.
How?
Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Rena glomped Sadako and began rubbing her cheek against her. Oh my god, another early 2000s weeb word, glomp.
Cute!
Next, they're gonna take out a yaoi paddle.
Sadako is so cute! Take you home? How?
Swish. Stab. Push. Stab. Sadako was also presented with apple rabbits. Okay, she was just cutting up a rabbit. Apple rabbit. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with that defiant gaze. It only took 5 seconds to take down Rena. That's unfair, to think she had such a trick.
If it upsets you so much, why not reward RENA-CHAN with some praise?
Damn it! Oh, she's good. That was a dirty trick. First of all, that wasn't even praise. Sadako, you think you've won with that, don't you? How about I show you guys something much better than your superficial gimmicks? That sounds great, Mion. What kind of trick is it? Kei-chan is going to be the one who does it. What?
Why don't I have you show me then? The writhing of an old maid.
What? Excuse me? The plan of attack she suggested was wicked, but it was the only thing we had to beat Sadako. I'm kind of getting deja vu. I feel like the scene in the classroom was very similar to this, where it's kind of just a prank war. The Sin Eater 23 has... Oh, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. I'm just happy you guys are watching. This is always a fun time. After sipping my tea, I started talking very naturally and calmly. Perfectly. It really is good, isn't it? This is all freshly made, right?
No. Actually, most of it, almost all of it was frozen stuff.
Then which ones did you make fresh?
Well, it's embarrassing. Do I really have to say? Must I?
From the synergy of boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria. I already know. This one, right?
Ooh.
I apologize for all these weird noises. This is just my interpretation of her. Rena turned an even deeper shade of red, the words, "I can't believe it," practically written on her face.
How can you tell? How? That I made it?
Of course Mion had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a beat. Next would be the finisher. It had your smell. Okay, that's a little creepy. On that note, I'm gonna save. If somebody said that to me, I'd just be like, well, you're not getting an apple rabbit. I changed my mind. I am going to eat it instead. Silence enveloped the area. Rena, face still completely red, froze solid. With a small yelp, Sadako also blushed. Of course I did too. I sure would like to try one of Rena's handmade apple rabbits. Or something. Even if this was all because I was competing against Sadako, it felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Then at that moment... Uh-oh! Whoosh! It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits.
Please eat some, Kichi-kun!
You know, I titled this correctly. I decided to title this Love Me, RENA-CHAN. I didn't really know it was going to happen, but I love her. But now, she's falling in love with me. So it's perfect. My plan worked.
There's plenty for you!
What? Instantly, dozens of the apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over. Well, guess he's gonna miss a lot of doctor visits. Oh! I'm the worst. Okay, say...
Kichi-kun.
My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. While she was squealing, one apple after another was forced into my mouth. More and more apples. We're learning more and more about RENA-CHAN with each day. Now apparently we learn she has a force-feeding fetish. How about them apples, Sadako? Looks like we win. Oh, let me take my mouse off. Didn't notice it was there. Kei-chan, that was a beautiful sacrifice. How's that, Sadako? This is our complete victory, isn't it? I'm just waiting for Mion to be like, "Ara ara," because I feel like that's very much a big sister thing to say.
I can't believe it! Such trickery! It doesn't bother me at all.
I'm not bothered. Sadako ground her teeth, mortified. Hold on, let me expand my chat a little bit. I'm trying to keep looking at here, but I've noticed that I can't see what everybody's saying. Ariana, thank you for making the stream. I'm happy you're here. What would be my finisher? That's a good question. While I think about it, I'll save again, just because I suck. To get RENA-CHAN to give me lots of apples, I would tell her her dress looks nice. Because I love her dress. I'm obsessed with it for some reason. Where was I? Here, yeah. We did it! I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. I was about to say something else too, as my finisher, but then I realized that might be spoiling a bit. And I want the people watching to enjoy this experience spoiler-free. At that time, Rena stopped her squealing as she suddenly realized something.
Rika-chan, you're not eating it? Did the salt water make it too strong, maybe? Maybe?
Looking over, Rika-chan had pulled the toothpick out of her apple rabbit, placed it in her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do.
Poor Mr. Rabbit. I feel sorry for him. I want to save him.
That was the sound of blood spurting from Reina's nose. What is with this girl? I said she was best waifu like 20 minutes ago, and now she's just become like a total freak. Which makes her an even better waifu.
Cute! Tonight, I will take you home.
She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. Then, coming back to her senses, she took all the apples around me, gathered them up with a whip, and fixed them back up on a plate.
Now they're all just fine, Kay? Here, I'll give them to you, Rika-chan. Kay?
Rika-chan raised up Sadoko's hand like a referee after having that plate of rabbit shoved to her. She whispered,
This is our victory.
What? What? A comeback? Hi, Hestono her hehiho. Oh, wait, that's me. I thought that was Japanese for a second, but no, it's just him with a mouthful of apples. I just don't care anymore. Thus, my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Alright, we're getting this screen again. I was worried last time I saw this screen that the chapter was over, and I'm like, already? But it's only been an hour, so... Because the thing is with this game is you have to buy each chapter of it separately. And none of the chapters are all that expensive. This one was only like, what, $7? But, so I thought that each chapter is only like a couple hours long. But I'm glad to know that there's more game. What I can hear of the piano music right now has a vaguely Cooking Mama vibe, and I'm into it. I am into it too. I love Cooking Mama. It's been forever since I've played a Cooking Mama game, but I was addicted to those games when I was a child. It was a fun, crazy day. Fun-filled crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Later, Reina and Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time.
See you tomorrow!
Sadako and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and it ended with just Reina and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home. Just me and Reina now. Me and the freak. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I think I just heard thunder outside, which is very fitting. Yeah, we might be getting some rain in a little bit. I hope it doesn't mess with the stream at all. We'll see.
Thanks for coming today, Kichi-kun. Was it fun?
Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now.
Ah, then well, would you mind taking a little detour? Maybe?
A detour? Is it far?
It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long.
Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Reina, I quietly nodded. We've got some rushing water. We got this cute bridge. This path. This is interesting. Ooh. I'm liking this little montage here. The watercolors are so pretty. Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. Yeah, even the construction materials look pretty with the watercolors. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper.
Oof. It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here.
When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was with this garbage pile? This is the pile where all of your waifus are. The trash.
It's not garbage.
I'm just kidding, there are no trash waifus. All waifus are queen.
To me, it's a pile of treasure.
Rena had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here? Whoa.
Whoa, a new pile! I can't wait! I can't wait!
She bounded up the unstable slope. She's a dumpster diver. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait! I'm coming! Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, Night Ferns, thank you for coming. I'm happy you were here. My city-raised self was completely pitiful.
It's alright, just stay right there, Kichi-kun. It won't take long.
Rena kindly declined my accompaniment. Don't fall. Watch your step.
I'm fine. This is nothing at all.
Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Rena disappeared over the other side. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without the lively Rena around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Born and bred country girl equals dumpster diver. It's true, although I don't know what Keiichi's talking about not having garbage in the city. I mean, New York's full of garbage. If you've just walked down the streets. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Maybe Tokyo's a little cleaner. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Oh, this dude. I remember this dude. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He seems more jacked in this, though. I don't remember him being that... I don't remember him having that himbo body in the anime. Do you guys remember that? Alright, okay, come through, work. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over me through his camera. His body was tan and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of an aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Travis Williams, thank you so much for subscribing. What do you think about this guy's himbo body? Why is he so buff? Yes, and all photographers are Chads. Yeah, this dude does kind of have big Chad energy. And he hasn't even said a word yet, just his body. Or, to me, he's giving off more himbo energy than Chad energy. I don't know, what do you guys think? Whoa! You surprised me. Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's surprised here. My bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinamizawa? Why am I making him sound like Kurt Satoshi from Corpse Party, or as Kaito from Danganronpa V3? I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. I'm Tomitake, freelance photographer. More like Goku's energy. He's the guy your girlfriend tells you not to worry about. Oh my god. You guys get it. I come to Hinamizawa from time to time. I didn't ask who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without consent, one would think. My bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. That's a little creepy. So, what, you're saying I'm the same as birds? No, well, you see, that image of a young man in the twilight was just picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Thank you. Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me, except it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitaki-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself.
Keiichi-kun, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now.
Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand.
You have someone with you?
Oh, I gave the himbo Rena's voice. You have someone with you? What would she be doing over there? That's what I wanted to know. Don't know. Maybe she's checking on that dismembered corpse that was out here long ago. GG. Not like there's some foreshadowing or anything for future events. I'm not saying that specifically. I just mean, like, this is a horror game, so expect some death. Tomitaki-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh. I responded like I would if I were talking with Rena and the others. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Dun dun duh. Ooh. I'm gonna save. Although, what if this guy's messing with us? I just finished Great Pretender on Netflix, and the amount of, like, twists and turns of, like, in the things that happen, that anime just drove me crazy, where it's like, you don't know who's telling the truth, like what's real, what's, like, fake. It's a beautiful anime, by the way. Everybody watch Great Pretender if you have a Netflix account. The first 14 episodes are up, and it's like a mix between, like, Lupin the Third, Cowboy Bebop, and, like, a friggin' Hollywood movie, which is why I really love it. But anyway, back to the creepiness.
Kichi-kun, sorry to keep you... You were waiting a while, I guess.
I'd best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, my apologies for startling you, Kichi-kun. Tomitaki-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit.
Kichi-kun, are you angry? Why, I wonder?
It wasn't Reina's fault, so I just decided to brush it off for now. No, I wanted him to continue talking about it. I want to get to the creepy stuff already. How was it? Find a treasure trove? I know we will eventually, so I just gotta be patient, I guess. Love Abby. Me too. Abby is the best. Oh yeah.
Oh yes, so listen. You see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll.
Was there some KFC fried chicken in there too? A Colonel Sanders doll? Oh, that thing. Those statues they always have out in front of the fried chicken place. That life-size dummy?
Yes, Colonel Sanders.
Can you imagine if they had a KFC in this little town? Because he's like, oh yeah, they don't have bookstores or arcades or ice cream parlors, but they got a KFC.
How cute! I want to take it home.
I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but, well, she seems to want it. It's garbage, right? No one would care if you take it home, right?
It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lampposts over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon.
Rena seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out, to repay you for that delicious picnic you prepared today.
How? Thank you.
Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us.
Kichi-kun is going to help. I can take Colonel Sanders home. How?
Well, now we know what her type is. Rena staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. Who's she more attracted to, me or Colonel Sanders? I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey, Rena. Long ago, did something happen here? Seems like they were building a dam here.
Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details, though. How?
Eating KFC on Christmas is actually a tradition in Japan, so I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they had one in their town. Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. I forgot that that's a tradition there. It's a good tradition. It's like how us Jews eat Chinese food on Christmas. Just wondering if you knew about, an accident or something. Oh, music stopped.
I don't know.
Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. And she's smiling while she's saying it too. It must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lightened her expression.
Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago.
Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure of it.
So you see, I don't really know much from before that. Sorry.
Don't really know, don't really want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course, it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. Unless it's me. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms. If it's just like Tomotaki-san said, then I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. Would they know? I feel like their brains aren't big enough. Higurashi when they cry. She had showy eyes in the anime when she said, I don't know. Showy is in, like, you know, the kind of dark, like, I don't know. Ooh, we received new tips of this Maibara. The Maibara mansion, the damn site murdered. Alright, so we already know those things. We shall save, and on to the next part. I think I'll stream for another hour. What do you guys say? Yeah, let's do another hour. Unless it, like, crashes again. Which, once again, it very well could. And we're back at the school. A Colonel Sanders? Ah, of course that's right up her alley. I understand her wanting to take Sadako. I understand her wanting to take home Sadako and RENA-CHAN. But I can't understand the Colonel Sanders. What's so good about that four-eyed geezer? Probably better to hear it from Rena, don't you think? She'll probably just say, because it's so cute, though. Does Rena often go to the construction site to hunt for treasure?
Every now and then she says she's going to have a look.
But a girl her age rummaging around in the garbage is, well...
If Rena enjoys it, I think it's fine.
What were they doing over there? Dam construction? It had been bugging me since yesterday, like an itch I couldn't scratch. It was cancelled a long time ago. Everyone gathered together and fought against it. Hearing an ominous word like fought come from RENA-CHAN's mouth startled me. Oh, I didn't give it in the Rika voice. It's so hard to figure out who's saying what. Damn it. I'll remember for the next line. That's right. It was unbelievable. They said Hinamizawa would be sunk into the reservoir and we had no say in the matter. So I'm only able to be here because the protest succeeded. I think that's something that we should probably remember, just a hunch.
I'm sorry. I didn't keep you, did I? My deepest apologies, Keiichi-san. It took me a while to powder my nose.
Powder your nose? How old are you, like 5? Girl, you're too young to be wearing makeup. Sadako, wait to use the can until you really have to go. It's a lot easier since it shoots right out. I don't like this conversation.
Eek! How dare you speak that way to a maiden of unparalleled beauty such as myself?
Who is she calling a maiden? If Sadako really was a maiden, she wouldn't have reacted like that. The usual hijinks ensued. Now then, gentlemen, in accordance with the rules of our society, I bring a point to discussion. He, Keiichi Maibara-kun, wishes to be included as a member in our activities. What say you?
Rena has no objection.
Oh.
I wonder if the light of this peasant is up to the task. Me and Sadako both approve.
The three that Mion had queried voiced their approval. A unanimous decision. Congratulations, Keiichi Maibara-kun. I present you the honor of being allowed to take the entrance exam for our club. Start from the beginning. Wait, oh, that's me. Start from the beginning. I didn't say I would join. What club is this? What our club does, you see. In order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities under different sets of rules. Sometimes they're in your favor, and sometimes they work against you.
I'm pretty weak, so I prefer if you didn't single me out. Let's try to get along. You're so naive, Reina. The law of the jungle is survival of the fittest.
This was starting to sound a bit sketchy. This is starting to sound a little sketchy. I don't know how I feel about these activities. Can't we just go back to eating lunch together? So what kind of club was it?
To sum it up, it's a club where we play games together.
RENA-CHAN was the only one to answer my question with a pertinent response. So basically, this club put Mion's hobby of collecting games to use. By playing the various games that Mion had hoarded every day. It seemed that, depending on the day, there were prizes for the winner or a penalty for the person who finished in last place.
I'll make this clear right now. We aren't playing house here. You should treat each win or loss as if your life depends on it, alright? If our life depends on it, oh boy.
Is it finally gonna start getting juicy?
I want to get juicy.
What's wrong with having fun? Don't make it sound so crazy.
Give me a second, I gotta take a sip of water.
Hope everybody is enjoying their Tuesday evening, by the way. Alright. The first rule of our society. Aim only for first place. Going at it half-assed just because it's a game is not allowed.
Rule number 2 of our society. For that reason, you are obligated to make all possible efforts.
The way Sadako said it, it sounded like she was saying use any means necessary.
Of course, I will do my best too.
I'm pretty weak, but I'm trying my best. I knew what they were trying to say. In a game where everybody is aiming for the top, it's rather unsportsmanlike to play just for fun. I don't think I would do very well in this because I am not a competitive person. Like, sometimes I'll be watching Drag Race and I'll see them like crack under the pressure in the pressure cooker and get all competitive with each other, and I'm like, I would not make it very far on this show or really any like reality TV competition show because I don't know, I'm not competitive. I guess maybe I'm just used to losing. Sorry, that sounded really sad. I don't really compete much in things, and I'm also like not really a sporty person, so I never really did sports growing up or anything like that. Yeah. Comrade Dory. Is that me, my comrade? Alright, then I too will go all out. And with that, I was finally ready for the rite of initiation, my baptism into the club. A word of warning, Kei-chan. Rena can get pretty nasty. Oh, I believe it. Considering everything we've learned about her so far, I would definitely believe it. This initiation looks like it's gonna be rough. Well, we better save before we, get some nails stuck in our fingers. That's not a spoiler, but I feel like it's something that could very well happen with these people. Mion began fishing around in the student lockers in the back of the room. They have the games here at the school? Well, it's club equipment, so I guess that's fine. Complicated games would put Kei-chan at a disadvantage. So today, we'll play a game that you should be familiar with. How about a standard card game like Old Bachelor? I've never even heard of that one. Alright, let's do this. Is that a real game? Is Old Bachelor a real game? I mean, I guess we're about to learn the rules, but like, I've never heard of it. Is it a Japanese game? Can't really get into it unless there's a penalty. This time, the loser will be sentenced to having their face drawn on. What do you think? That's not really a bad punishment. It depends what people are drawing on you, but...
Whoa, it will be oil-based paint, right? Right?
Oil-based... face painting with oil-based paint? That is perfect! Sadako cheered the idea on. She didn't even flinch at the thought of such a severe penalty. Seemed like she was raring to go. Wait, what happens if you put oil-based paints on your face? If it's going to be like this, then I can't lose either. Will it just make you break out? Then I'll just cut the deck and start dealing. Old Bachelor is pretty much... Oh, it's the same as Old Mate. Yeah, somebody here wrote in chat that, it's based off of Old Maid. I've never heard of Old Maid either. I didn't really play a lot of card games growing up. I play Uno occasionally with friends, but that's a game that relies completely on luck, so that's fine. There's only one difference, there's no Joker. In its place, one card is pulled out at the start. I guess it doesn't really matter what the directions are. We'll just be seeing what they're doing, meaning there will be one card without a match left over at the end. You don't know which card will end up being the Joker. It's a pretty thrilling game. It's funny, sometimes people will explain rules of card games to me, but usually in every single card game, like, there's a million rules, so I kind of just tap out, like, halfway through, and then while we're playing, I'm like, what do I do again? And people get mad.
I'll take the card out now.
Rena took out one card and left it face down on the table. Everybody stared at the card intently. Well, it's pretty obvious in the endgame. No way to tell at the start. But the rest of them were very serious. Sorry, I am jamming here. Why is every track on here is a fucking banger? They didn't seem as relaxed as I was. They compared their cards to one face down, all the while gauging each other's reactions. It was as if they could see what the face down card was. No, it couldn't be. This deck is pretty worn out. No way. Can everyone tell by the scratches what the card on the table is?
Remember the second rule of our society. Keiichi-san must try his hardest to win as well. A number of cards are quite unique. Keiichi-kun should be able to remember them pretty quickly.
She said that so matter-of-factly. Suits me fine. Don't think a little thing like that can be your crutch. I lashed out angrily, but it was rather obvious I was at a disadvantage. After all, they'd gone so far as to memorize the wear and tear for each individual card. This is starting to feel like a shonen anime right now with this intense music just for a card game. I'm expecting somebody to go into a really deep decision about a really deep explanation about every single decision. This wasn't a simple game of Old Bachelor. If this was a test, then they were playing with the answer sheet in front of them. That actually spooked me. Oh my god. I want to see how they're going to take advantage with, like, all those sound effects once it starts to get creepy. Bring it. I'll take advantage of your carelessness and beat you at your own game. Now you're starting to sound like a shonen hero. That baseless confidence would soon be crushed. He gonna get his booty kicked. How about I tell you your hand's starting from the right? 3, 4, 9, Jack, Queen. Wah! By the way, the Bachelor is
the Jack of Diamonds.
Ah!
Oh, I can't tell. They are, even if you switch them around. I'm out.
Ugh. I thought I was prepared, but for it to be this brutal, just overwhelming. I feel like they're all cheating because they know about everything that's on the cards, like if there's little scratches and bends. So they're definitely doing this just to fuck with him. Demons! You're all demons! Rena isn't a demon, are you?
Sorry, Keiichi-kun. This is the 3 of Hearts, isn't it? I'm out.
Uh-oh. Not even a hint of mercy. Rena, even Rika-chan. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the Shadow Realm. I hope they all send Keiichi to the Shadow Realm. These club activities weren't to be trifled with. Oh, I knew it. Rule of 3s. That's the 3rd time he said something about something being trifled with. An alumnus of this club would definitely survive in the cruelest of situations. If our entire class had self-detonating collars strapped to their necks and were dropped into a death match on a deserted island, these guys would probably take to it like fish to water. I can already picture their joy as they hunt down each of their classmates. It's a lowest point system. The order itself dictates the points. Whoever has the lowest point total wins. I'm starting to make this sound a little too dramatic. I'm getting really into it, I'm sorry.
Since Keiichi finished last, he has 5 points.
There's already a 5 marked down on my scoreboard. I still have no idea what's going on, by the way. But I guess it doesn't really matter.
I think it's unfair to Keiichi-kun if we don't use a new deck.
It's fine, it's fine. Kei-chan is a man after all. He's a boy, not a man. He can turn the tables even if the odds are stacked against him, right?
It's fitting for a lowly peasant to scamper home and soak their pillow in tears, don't you think?
I'm having the most fun voicing Sadako. A petite hand laid itself on top of my head, which was trembling from uncomfortable frustration. It was RENA-CHAN's.
Keep on fighting, yeah?
Thanks to RENA-CHAN's words of encouragement, I was able to calm down. You need to be calm, especially when you're cornered. That's the power I could muster during this crisis. Think clearly, Keiichi Maibara. Take your time and look at the cards carefully. It's just as Reina said. Each card had its own distinct markings that made them stand out. Memorizing them should be pretty simple. This is making me really want to voice in a dubbed anime. If anybody finds these streams and is in that, like, area of the industry, please hire me. Maybe. You don't have to, but it would be nice. Thinking about what you can do in this situation. Try everything in your power to improve your chances of victory.
Whoa, great, Keiichi-kun, just like that!
I covered the uniquely marked cards with my hand, or other cards, arranging them in such a way that they couldn't be seen.
The one with the rip corner should be the 5. And I'm out.
I couldn't let any of those precious hints slip by me. All information is a weapon. Then it was my turn. Sadako fanned out her cards for me.
You see, I want the 7. Is it... this one?
Funimation is in Texas. Are you willing to move to Texas? Hell to the no. I'm staying in New York. Oh well, I guess that dream has sailed then. I'd fly to Texas once, like, you know, things calm down and it's safe to travel again. I wonder about that. You won't know unless you take it. There was a bit of dismay in her expression, like she doesn't want it taken. That kind of expression. I won't let that momentary lapse slip by me. I know. It's this one. By the way, I think I mixed up their lines earlier. Sorry, I keep messing up. Got it. 7 of spades. A cheer of ooh rang out.
What is this? The 7 should be the hardest one of all to teleport.
It wasn't from memorizing the markings. Those slight changes in their expressions as I was selecting a card were enough. That's right, they always say you should pay attention to people's facial expressions while you're playing cards, so you can know if they're, like, lying or not. Like having, like, a poker face is really what can save you when you're playing any card game. Can't hide it from me, Kei-chan. This mark means it's the 2 of diamonds. What? She was startled by her own misread. Of course everyone else was too.
Whoa, it's rare that Mii-chan gets a card wrong.
No, Kei-chan, could it be you? They told them apart by different marks. That mark was a nail scratch. So, I put a new one on it. Jason Davies, thank you so much for the donation. Warms my black little heart to see you back. Oh, thank you so much. I'm happy to be back. I want to try and stream another day this week. I'm hoping maybe either tomorrow or Thursday, or maybe both, if I can still have more free time this week. I'm really hoping I can, because I love streaming and I just want to do it so much more often. But unfortunately, I get busy a lot, and, you know, also mental health things can get in the way occasionally. So I'm going to try to stream when I can, but I'm really hoping that there will be another one at sometime this week as well. So keep your eyes out. Alright. Oops.
Are you saying he disguised it as the 2 of diamonds? Oh, what an impressive show of wit!
Sorry, I had to adjust a few things on my screen.
Keiichi landed a clean hit.
Clap, clap, clap. So you've never played card games in middle school, huh? No, not often. When I was in middle school, I think the card game that was most popular was BS. But I like watching people play card games more than actually playing card games myself. It's the same with board games. Really, the only type of games that I like are video games.
Kichi-kun! That was an incredible match, you know? You know?
Having defeated the Forerunner, Mion, my brilliant battle left me ecstatic. But by total points, it was already set in stone that Mion would win and I would finish last. I laughed haughtily, selecting the tone of my voice carefully to get on Mion's nerves. Well, I'm going to end up the loser, but I'm satisfied with one-upping Mion at the end. Wahahaha. This is just like mid-2000s anime, The Game. With all this language. That should be the proverbial slap in the face to Mion, who was at the top already and ensured victory.
Even if K-chan gets first place this round, he'll still end up last place overall. Don't you hate that?
Of course I do.
Let's have a duel.
This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god, this is slowly just turning into Yu-Gi-Oh!
One chance. If you win, then we'll swap first and last place. How about it? You up for it? Or are you chicken? She fell for it. A chance for an upset that wouldn't be possible without goading her into it.
One chance, you say?
Let me hear the rules.
Mion discarded 2 cards from her hand and replaced one with the Joker card that was on the table, then shuffled the resulting hand behind her back.
The card in my right or the card in my left?
I love this expression she's making, by the way. It's so, like, smug.
Sorry.
Compulsive saver, Dore, strikes again.
If K-chan can guess which hand the Joker's in, then he wins.
When you turned around just now, you didn't pull out the Joker, did you?
If you lose, I'll show the card in the other hand. That okay?
The other 3 gulped nervously at this unexpected turn of events. All right, you've got it. This is getting really intense. Mion grasped 1 card in each hand and thrust them out at me. First, I needed to inspect them closely. The card on the right had no distinguishing marks. I couldn't tell which one it was.
Which one, I wonder? Kichi-kun, be careful.
Yeah, of course. This is my chance for a big comeback. I mean, we gotta embrace... What even was that word that I just said? Oh my god. We have to impress RENA-CHAN by winning this. I mean, I personally want to impress RENA-CHAN by winning this and, beating Mion's ass. Can I get a for RENA-CHAN in the chat? Looking closely at the card on the left, I saw a little wear. It wasn't the one I had seen before.
Ah, that card is...
I didn't let that bit from Sadako slip by me. Mion clucked her tongue. I didn't recognize the mark on the left card from the small number that I had memorized. I didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell from Sadako's reaction that the card had already appeared during that game. This reminds me of Kageguri. Oh, that's the horny gambling anime, right? Yeah, I remember Kurt reviewed that one on Anime in Public, and he told me all about the scene where the girl, wanted to play Russian roulette, but nobody wanted to play with her, so she just went to the bathroom and, let's just say she played with herself. God, I should not be making this a dirty stream. I'm not even monetized yet, and I'm gonna ruin chances for myself. But yeah, this is like the gambling anime. I didn't know what the left card was, but I could tell from Sadako's reaction that the card had already appeared during the game. Since it had already appeared before, it meant that it definitely wasn't the Joker.
Ooh, looking cool, Joker.
Oh, K-chan thinks it's the one on the right. Will you choose that one then? Will you? The left card definitely wasn't the Joker. If I could trust that theory, then I should have been able to declare that the card to the right was the Joker. Even without Mion's taunting, the one on the right was the most suspicious. But wasn't it a bit too rash to decide based solely on Sadako's reaction? More carefully. Ah! I remember now. That mark. The left card. No doubt about it. The 7 of clubs.
It's the 7 of clubs, I see. I've won!
Oh, I've won! I thought Reina won for a second. Carlos L., thank you so much for subscribing. Who are you rooting for to win? Keiichi or, Mion? I'm only saying Keiichi because I want to impress Reina. I've won! The card on the left was the 7 of clubs! So that meant that the card on the right was the Joker! And then, just before my hand touched the right card, I froze. Hee hee hee, ha ha ha. I would expect no less from you. There was a wave of murmurs amongst the onlookers at my sudden halt, right before I confirmed the right card was the Joker.
Oh?
What could Keiichi-san possibly be saying? I mean, the left one is... Shh. Oh. What makes you so certain that the right one isn't the goat? The Joker, Kei-chan, isn't the goat. Mion let loose an unexpected question. Everyone else was baffled. I don't know what the card on the right should be, but I know that the one on the left is the 7 of clubs. Then, doesn't that leave the right one as the Joker? One of them has to be the Joker, right? Yeah, one of those is the Joker, right? Keiichi has good intuition. Huh? Rika-chan, what do you mean by... So basically, the 7 of clubs, I discarded that by matching it with Sadako's 7 of spades earlier. Everyone's attention snapped to the discard pile at the same time. The truth of the matter couldn't be discerned from that sloppy pile. So that means... Mion pocketed one of the discarded cards, then aligned it over the left card. And that means I am so lost right now. I am sorry, guys, but once again, I'm tapping out when it comes to card rules. I see. I get it. This left card is being disguised as the 7 of clubs, right? I'm just gonna assume Keiichi's winning. It was the first time since the start of the match that a shadow ran across Mion's expression, and I didn't let that slip by. Then, with a grand flourish, I declared it loudly. The Joker is the left one! Dramatic music. It was an intense moment, I'll say. I'm sweating. That 1 second felt like an eternity for everyone there. Breaking that silence, the first one to speak was Mion. Being the first president of this club, I've been witness to a variety of performances. Kei-chan, yours is the best. The best of the best of the best! That was probably the greatest compliment Mion could give. Mion accepted her defeat, dropping the cards from both hands. My comeback victory! Yay, we won! Now RENA-CHAN has to give me a kiss. Rika-chan placed her hand on my head and began petting it, congratulating me on my victory. Huh? Rika-chan is... Reina and Sadako gaped at us, as if they had seen a ghost. What is it, Reina? It's not as if I cheated or anything, right? Oh wait, that's me. What is it, Reina? It's not as if I cheated or anything, right? That was fair and square. Rika only pet someone on the head to console them. Uh-oh. Wait, we didn't win. Never mind. Reina's gonna kiss Mion instead. Huh? What's the meaning of... At that moment, Reina let out a small shriek. Keiichi-kun! This is how it was? You know, Kei-chan, I thought you read into it that far. She has got such an anime villain smug expression on her face. Like right when an anime villain goes like, huh, you didn't know? Or you didn't notice? Everyone froze. No, it was just me. It was a gamble. If you had just jumped to conclusions like a little brat, then I would have lost. It was the answer everyone was certain about. Mion picked up the card from the losing hand. Kei-chan, you know, you should take pride in this loss. She turned it around.
That was the card that proclaimed the victor of this duel. Did you cheat? I swear to God, if you cheated. The card under the 7 of clubs. Unbelievable. Oh man, my mouth is just not working today. Unbelievable. It was the 2 of diamonds. It was a setup behind the setup. If I just picked the right one without reading so deeply into it. This is just like Great Pretender, just twist after twist after twist. I, Mion Sonozaki, as the club president, do accept Keiichi Maebara's membership into our club. As I slumped to my knees, dazed, everybody let out a round of applause for the excellent effort I gave despite my defeat. The match is now over. Today's victor is me, Mion Sonozaki, and our exalted loser is Keiichi Maebara. Mohammed Dalmar, thank you so much for subscribing. Can you give me a rip Keiichi in the chat? Actually, everybody give me a rip Keiichi. Or no, give me some F's in the chat for Keiichi, actually. Everyone made a commotion, applauding cheerfully. I felt I was bested, but I was so soundly beaten that it unexpectedly felt rather refreshing. When Mi-chan pulled that little trick behind her back, I got excited, thinking she's gonna do it again. I keep pitching my voice up way too high, but that's just my kind of go-to anime girl voice, I guess. When Keiichi-san stopped the moment before touching the correct card, I thought he fell for it. He fell for it quite handily. Huh? Hey, wait. All of them knew from the start and still got so excited so earnestly? These gals are good actors, I must say. Everyone got excited to make it more fun. Everyone got excited to make it more fun. You're all demons! You monsters! Now then, Kei-chan, it's time for your penalty. Since it's your first day participating, I'll go easy, okay? It would be a problem if you refused to come to school. The other 3 members held down my arms and shoulders firmly. Mion approached, licking her lips. Her right hand went to pull something out of her pocket. That's a felt tip marker, and it's large and oil-based. Okay, here we go. She took the cap off the marker and brought it slowly up to my face while I was immobilized. No. No! I let out my death throes. Oh, relax. And that's the end of that bit. And cue credits. Man, this is so adorable. I just feel like once it starts to get, like, messed up, it's just gonna feel like such a 180. Because this is just so, like, it's what, maybe like 2 hours in? It's felt so slice of life-y. I want to know where I can find this soundtrack. I'm just gonna listen to it casually, I think. It's just so pretty. As soon as the club activities were finished, Rena flew off. Layla? That's the name of one of my cats. Wow. Come on, Dory. Probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. So today it was just me walking home together. Rather rare occurrence. A mountain of treasure, huh? The guys throwing it away probably never thought in their wildest dreams that Rena would be grateful to them. Oh no, and imagine we're walking home with all of this marker on our face, and like, since everybody already knows us, they're gonna be like, oh, have a fun day at school, Keiichi! Mountain of treasure, meaning that damn construction site from before. Oh right, Mion would probably tell me. That murder by dismemberment that seemed to have happened there. Ooh. Watching Rent-A-Girlfriend? No, Blan XX. I'm not watching Rent-A-Girlfriend. I actually heard that it's not really that bad, but I don't know. It's not exactly my my kind of genre of anime. I know that both Kurt and Adrian are watching it, and they both said it's pretty good so far. But
I don't know how much I can trust trash taste. Don't tell them I said that. It's alright. Everybody is allowed to love trash. I love my fair share of trash too. Alright, let's get creepy. Over there, you know, at that damn construction site. Did something happen there long ago? Something sure did. A grand battle. There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted to hear, but I decided I'd just listen just the same. It was our land that was going to be sunk into the damn reservoir. I would have fought as well, probably. The government guys were real adamant about it, acting all big and full of themselves. Since they figured out that they couldn't settle it with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. They were nasty guys. Everybody pay attention to this conversation. I have a weird feeling it might become important. Mion spoke excitedly, as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys won. You were facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with legislators. And as a result, the development plan was retracted. It was our complete victory. There wasn't any, violence, was there? Like, assaults or murders? None. She promptly cut me off. This is very suspicious because now both Rena and Mion are like trying to turn the conversation away from murder, so something a bit fishy's going on here. The same as Rena had. Her words signaled the end of discussion. Tomitaki-tan said one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that a murder by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. My curiosity unsated, I sighed dejectedly inside. Later. See you tomorrow. Kei-chan, you can't wash that off until you get home, got it? Oh, he does have the marker on his face. I got it, I won't. What can you use to get oil-based paint off of your face, actually? Mion held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. I wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. Knowing how dirty Mion is, she probably just drew a bunch of dicks on my face. Damn you, Mion. You shall rue this day! If our roles are ever reversed, I'm going to slop it on. All over your face so you won't be able to take it off, even with a scouring pad. Upon arriving home, I ran straight to my mom, embarrassing myself yet again. Save time. Anytime there's a new scene. I feel like I'm long enough in my stream, I'm long enough into the stream now where if it does crash, then I'll just kind of stop for the day. If it usually, when it crashes, it tends to be like 20 minutes in, and I'm just like, that's not long enough, but we're already like an hour and a half in, and I'm probably gonna stop around 7 because I'm getting hungry. But yeah, but I'm gonna keep going for a little bit longer, I think. Yeah. The mood I'd come to was already on edge. It's not an uncommon thing in our family. Whenever Dad can't come up with a good idea, it always ends up like this. He stomps around the house with his arms crossed. Oh, the plight of an artist. My mom whispered into my ear. Welcome home, Keiichi. Dad, he's in a bit of a rut right now, so don't bother him, okay? He can't come up with a new idea? It's because the deadlines are so close together this time. Your dad needs some time to recharge, or he doesn't work as well. Dad's paintings feed our entire family. If he runs out of ideas, then it's the end of the Maibaras. We've never gone hungry before. Could it be that my dad is a master painter? That sounds too close to another word. Master painter. Oh, people are talking about anime in chat. Do you guys have any suggestions for good anime in this current season? Because I watched Japan Sinks and Great Pretender recently. And there's definitely more that I want to check out. I want to know when that Millionaire Detective show is coming out. I think that's what it's called. I also want to watch the new season of Agretsuko when that's out, because I know that's coming soon. But yeah, I've kind of been switching between like current season anime and older anime. Like I also just finished Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, which I loved. Chio is me. And I also want to start Parasite the Maxim too. I might start that tonight actually. Sorry, just me being weeby. But what else is new? Wouldn't it be easier to get an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around the house? The theme of the piece this time is in the household. So it seems your dad wants to use this house as a motif. That's quite a bothersome motif. Keiichi, pick up your room. It looks terrible. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Aw, come on. Please don't use my room as the motif. Keiichi, there's still some time before dinner. So please, go take a walk out back or something. Go fetch Daddy a beer. His bad mood is only temporary. As soon as he gets an idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Oh, Balance Unlimited, that's what it's called, right. I remember it had a really long name. It was like Balance Unlimited, Millionaire Detective, typical long anime title. As soon as he gets an idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Oh, everybody's saying Parasite's good. Good, I've been really wanting to watch it. I've actually been reading a lot of manga lately too, which I didn't used to do, but now I've been trying to read a lot more. I'm currently reading one called Cocoon Entwined, which is like a creepy, like GL, which I'm really liking. And I'm also reading, I'm reading Uzumaki again because it's been a while, and I love me some Junji Ito. Until then, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just go take a walk so I don't aggravate him further. Well, I guess I will then. Should I watch Death Parade? I like that it has the name Death in it. Also, what's it about? Oh, I loved Carol and Tuesday. I said I was going to take a walk, but I didn't have any particular destination in mind. I just needed to kill some time. I got on my bike and pondered where to go. I could just go read at the bookstore, but it would take about an hour by bike to get to town. It would be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to go unless I had to. The roads at night here in Hinamizawa creep me out. If Mion or Sadako ever found out about that. I smiled wryly. Oh yeah. Rena was probably still at the Mountain of Treasure, the dam construction site. The excavation of Colonel Sanders was probably taking her a while. It wouldn't be so bad to have her owe me one. She might return the favor next time we have club activities. With a little bit of self-interest in mind, I set off towards the dam construction site. Tomitaki-san might be there as well. The only person with information about the incident that both Rena and Mion denied knowing anything about. If I met him again, I'd like to ask for more details. To ask, was there really a dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That was my real intention. I'm getting an ominous feeling here. Anybody else feeling that too? But it's making me excited. Souls judged if they go to heaven or hell by playing games for Death Parade. Wait, I think I have heard of Death Parade, actually. I remember Kurt telling me about that. I should give it a chance. How old is that anime? I mean, not that it really matters, because I'll watch anime from any year. I spotted Rena struggling up on the slope of the garbage pile. It looked like Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. It didn't look like Rena would be able to excavate him by herself. Anytime they say Colonel Sanders, I'm just getting hungry. Because I'm thinking of fried chicken. Dory, your mind's always going to food. Realizing that Tomitaki-san wasn't around, I began climbing up the slope unsteadily. Hey, Rena. Looks like you're working up a sweat.
Whoa, Keiichi-kun! What brings you to a place like this?
A place like this, huh? I see. She was aware of it, at least. I received a signal for emergency assistance at the accident site. Where's the injured party?
Huh? Accident, huh?
But there was a report Colonel Sanders was buried alive in the trash pile.
Huh? Oh, that. You scared me. Don't frighten me like that, Keiichi-kun.
I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out.
You came for me? How?
Well, I filled my quota for today. If I don't see Rena blush at least once a day, then I'm not getting my daily required nutritional intake. Okay, that was smooth. That's kind of adorable. Cutie pie. Just kidding.
Just kidding, you're embarrassing me now. So, what part was the joke? What part was it?
I just ignored her bewilderment. Is fried chicken what Doria's having tonight? Unfortunately not. I had fried chicken the other day, so I probably shouldn't be having that too many times a week. I think I might be having chicken, though. I'm currently living at home with my family, at least for the rest of, like, quarantine. And I know my mom might be making chicken. Who knows? Okay, move out of the way. So where's Colonel Sanders? He's in KFC.
Sorry. Can't you see him in that gap? He's really buried in there.
The Colonel Sanders was sideways, surrounded by boards and other construction materials, like they were caging him inside. According to Rena, it wasn't like this yesterday. It seems as though another illegal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, and now he's buried like this. You're trying to move this pile all by yourself? With those scrawny arms? There's no way she would be able to do that with her slender arms.
But, Colonel Sanders! So cute!
Why is she so into Colonel Sanders? Last time I checked, he looked like an old fuck.
There's a chain on the Colonel Sanders at the store. This one, though, I should be able to take this one home. How?
If Rena gave up on this Colonel Sanders, she'll probably start devising a plan to steal the one in front of the store. As Rena's guardian, I won't allow her to sully her hands with crime. Out of the way, I'll do it. Rena blushed again, but this time I left it alone. I watched Death Parade at 3 a.m. and got spooked. Ooh, it's spooky? Excellent. That means I would love to watch it then. If you haven't watched Erased yet, you definitely should. You would love it. Oh, I've never heard of that anime page. Is it on Netflix or is it on like Crunchy? Who knows? The pile was enormous. Also, the more days we wasted, the more likely another illegal dumping would occur. If it got buried any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done.
Keiichi-kun, I'll help too. Let me help.
You just get in the way, so stay back. Pulling out scraps, bending them, tossing them aside. I quickly became covered in sweat and dust. From what I remember how Keiichi looked in the anime, he seemed just as scrawny as Rena did. So I don't know how he's able to get all this out. Flying objects drew beautiful arcs across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood. Damn it! No matter how much I threw out, there was still more! Even though I could see Colonel Sanders right there. Get you someone who'll go on a dumpster diving date with you. After grandstanding like that in front of Rena, I felt frantic because of how little I had progressed. If I was going to do this seriously, I'd need an axe or saw or something.
That's enough, Keiichi-kun. You're so sweaty.
You don't have to try so hard. I'm just doing it for you, Rena. Don't worry about it. She never asked you to, though. No need to, like, white knight her or anything. Rena began sputtering and turned beet red. Whoops. I meant to say I was trying my best as to keep her from becoming a criminal. Oh well. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, another anime I'm watching right now is Re:Zero, and I'm loving that so far. And before any of you ask, Rem is my favorite girl. Not that I think there's any issues with Amelia. I actually like Amelia, and I even think Rem is too good for Subaru, so Subaru and Amelia can get together, and Rem can, be with someone better. Like me. Only if she's of age, though. I guess I just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled on my back over the grassy slope.
I'm so sorry. You're covered in sweat.
Rena patted her handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice. Also, nobody give Re:Zero spoilers in the chat because I'm not even done with the first season yet. Sorry, gotta save again. I hate Subaru with a burning passion. Oh my god. I don't know if I can bring myself to hate Subaru, but I will say that he is a fucking moron. And I'm kind of tired of him white knighting Amelia. Right now I'm on the arc with the royal selection, if that tells you guys anything. Well, wait here a minute, okay? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay? Leaving the handkerchief on my forehead. Oh, that was Reina's line, my bad. Leaving the handkerchief on my forehead, Reina took off running. The cries of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. After I was certain that Reina was gone, I picked myself up and headed towards what I discovered earlier. That was a garbage pile of magazines and newspapers bound up in twine. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe it was around here. There it was. They were bound of stacks of not so reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically, going back quite a few years. Ooh, something tells me it's about to get good! It was quite a disturbing incident. This music isn't quite as positive as some of the past ones were. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. If it was just as Tomitaki-san said, then undoubtedly there would be mention of the murder. These are troubled times. There is no end to these sickening incidents. There's a large part of society drawn in by these incidents as well. So it had to be recorded. Somewhere. I unfastened the packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Next one. Not here. Next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator or the victim was either. I only knew it had happened here. I looked up every so often, checking to see if Reina had come back or not. I wouldn't want her to see me gawking at a dirty magazine, but it wasn't just that. Both Reina and Mion said they didn't know. But it had happened. Without a doubt. As long as Tomitaki-san wasn't lying. Then if both Reina and Mion... yeah. There it was. If they had just said that, then I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. An incident that neither Reina nor Mion wished to talk about. Trying to uncover it as they tried to conceal it out of good intentions. That made me feel like I was acting against my friends. Corpse party music. Oh. Oh boy. Saving. Saving. Hinamizawa dam worker lynching. Murder by dismemberment. Here it is. The featured article was in the back, and it seemed that there was a photograph in the colored pages at the front. Ooh, I'm starting to get goosebumps. The pages of the featured article were stuck together and weren't easy to open. Reina could return at any moment. Feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph page. The police investigators were carrying a body bag, and newspaper reporters were all bathing in it. We're all bathing it in camera flashes. The image was blurry and hard to understand, but I could definitely make out the headlines. A tragic nightmare at the Hinamizawa construction site. Lynching and murder dismemberment. The victim was the site foreman. He had assaulted his assailants daily with an explosive backlash from his daily actions? It's a horrible image to see the site foreman as. It happened. It really did happen. It seemed the details were on the next page. I turned the page without pausing. On it was. The assailants butchered the victims' bodies with hatchets and pickaxes, then used an axe to split the cadaver into 6 pieces: the head, arms, legs, and torso. I could understand just from the headline that it was just too terrible an incident. Normally, a lynching is just assault and murder, right? Dismemberment with hatchets and pickaxes? That wasn't a lynching.
It was a merciless killing to the letter. A brutal murder. Done by a group of people. With hatchets. With pickaxes. With an axe. How are we feeling so far, chat? How's the creep factor from 1 to 10 right now? Ah! Sorry! Did I startle you? Did I startle you? Rena dropped the axe she was holding onto the grass after being startled by my voice. What? Kichi-kun, you see, earlier, you said it would help if you had an axe, didn't you? So then, I brought an axe for you. From the shed. Rena fluttered her arms in a panic, continuing to explain and apologize. It seemed I'd been glaring at her pretty intensely. I'm sorry. I guess my reaction was a bit overboard. No. I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry. Night was drawing close. I was pretty worn out, and it wouldn't hurt to do the rest tomorrow. Doesn't look like we can break that last beam without an axe. You brought it after all. I'll have to borrow it tomorrow, alright? Alright, so everybody's saying like 6, 7. Alright, so it's only moderately creepy. Well, I'm looking to get this to a 10, and I'll do my best to raise up that creep factor level. Okay. You okay? Oh, why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right? You're right. I really want to take Colonel Sanders home soon. We both knew that it was useless to apologize any more than that. I quenched my thirst with the barley tea Rena had brought and wiped off the sweat that had now grown cold. We took the path to head home. Oh, and some people are saying 2, not creepy at all. I don't know, I was a little creeped out. Well, that's okay, to each their own, I suppose. I felt quite guilty about the tabloid wrapped up in my jacket. Yeah, let's take it to a 20. I want to be creepier than that. Also, how much more is in this chapter? Because it's almost 7, and that's usually when I stop. But if there's not much more, I guess I could keep going a little bit longer. Not sure. Okay, we've received new tips. Let's save. Alright, we've unlocked an achievement. Well, since we've done that, I'm guessing that there is probably quite a bit more to this. So, yeah, I'm probably just gonna end here if that's okay. I apologize. But yeah, this was a good stream. It didn't crash even once. So, I'm gonna take that as a win. So, thank you to everybody who came by and watched. I'm gonna try to stream maybe 1 or 2 more times this week. We'll see what my schedule is looking like. I'm really hoping I could try again tomorrow. But let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if you want to keep going with Higurashi. I'm really getting into Higurashi, so I kind of want to keep going with this. But if you guys want to see more Corpse Party, then I'll keep going with that too. Maybe I'll do like a poll on my community tab, because I've never done that before. And we'll see what people are saying. But yeah, thank you to everybody who subscribed. Thank you to everybody who donated. My name is Doki Dor. You can call me Doki. You can call me Dory. Thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful stream, and I cannot wait to see you guys next time. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful evening or morning or day, wherever you are in the world, whenever you are in the world, and I will see you all next time.